Well, it's a beautiful sunny day out here in the mountains of North Carolina, and we're excited and we're happy because guess what we brought home today? All right, hey, this is Billy. Here we are. If you hear all that grunting and squealing and everything else in the background, it's because we brought home Porky and Bess, our two new little additions to the farm. And of course, they're chewing on William right now. But hey, these guys are here to do a lot of work for us. And in exchange for that, we're going to help them out. We're going to feed them. We're going to give them sunlight. We're going to give them all the things they would never find in a CAFO operation. We're going to give them a life that, you know, pigs around the world would envy. And but they're going to start right here in this barn. And the way we're going to start them, well, we just got them home. They were in the back of the truck. It was only maybe a 30-minute drive to get back here. Well, these guys get back here, and the first thing they want to do is explore. Well, we get them inside here, and remember, this is the area when we first moved in. The area I'm standing on was the 2 feet of cow manure where the previous owners had cows just sitting in here letting it build up. Well, what you didn't see is that underneath all that cow manure, Michelle and I made holes in it, and we put fermented corn in the bottom of it, which in time will drive these guys absolutely crazy. Now, the corn wasn't fermented right off, but we knew we were ultimately going to get pigs. So we dug holes, I think every foot within here, and I think we put the equivalent of about 50 pounds of corn. It wasn't quite fermented, but it's well on its way. And guess what? These guys are going to find it. And when they do, that hard pan cow manure that we couldn't do anything with initially, that wasn't compost, it wasn't anything else but cow manure, well, guess what it's going to turn out being? These pigs are going to mix all that up, and we'll eventually turn that into some perfect compost. Because in the area I'm standing, it has a mixture of chicken manure, cow manure, sheep manure, and now pig manure. And we are going to build some fantastic compost out of all that. But the pigs are going to mix all this up for us. And they're going to do it at a time where it's too dangerous to put them outside. These pigs right now are about, I don't know, 25, 30 pounds a piece. Well, we can't get them out there until they're considerably heavier and can ward off any would-be predators. So if they're going to be on the inside, there's a couple of things we can have them do. We can have them turn this compost, and at the same time, we're going to get them trained to an electro net. Now, pigs, they have a fundamental, when they hit electric wire or anything like it, their knee-jerk reaction is not to recoil as you and I would, as a cow would, as a sheep would, as most things would, as a chicken would. Well, their fundamental programming forces them to want to run through it. Well, they're so intelligent that they're going to realize real quick that they can't do that. As long as we put electro net, and we'll cover that, and we just want to get them used to the spot they're in. But once they do, once we take off the newness, we're going to train them to the electro net. Their wet noses are going to know what it feels like to hit that electro net, and they're going to be trained. But it doesn't take long to do it, and we're going to show you how exactly we go about that. So in the meantime, as you can see, these guys are already working their way on figuring out where that fermented corn is, and they're exploring their environment. So the reason we had 3 stalls is, remember, we had the chickens in here initially. They were doing the best they could with the cow manure. The sheep were in the stall next to us, and then we had the chickens going there. Well, guess what? These pigs are going to make their way over here once they play this, once they get this area the way we want it. And these guys mix it up like we know they can do. We're going to put them over there, and then we're going to put them in the 3rd stall. And then by that time, they ought to be ready to go outside and do their thing. But right now, they're going to enjoy the pigness of being a pig, to quote Joel Salatin. So this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. We'll see you next time.